Hi everybody, my name is Carol. Thank you for joining me here on the Way Shower. I'm just doing a little update um, to show everybody what I've been focused on. This summer, I mentioned in a couple of my videos that this summer is supposed to be about us securing our safe space, our sanctuaries, both internally and externally. So it's not just about the meditative um, qualities, doing things like trying to center and ground and find our space of peace inside of ourselves. It's also about physically doing things to secure it to the earth in this realm, in this physical realm. So that when things start to get really rough, that we will have our safe places, our sanctuaries, internally and externally. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've been doing. So this is a trailer / camper that I just purchased, and it's a cool little story that goes along with that I'll tell you about later. But it needs work, both outside and inside, but this is where I've been focusing a lot of my energy, and it is in the back side of my home where I'm currently living, and I'm going to give you a little tour of that so you can see how hard I've been working. Anyway, so I'm going to start from here. So all of that land back there was just full of weeds and mesquite trees, and we left the big one standing, took out a bunch of the little ones, put up this little shelter structure which still has to finish I still have to finish painting. So horsies over there. So all of that area where the corral is now was all weeds. It all had to be cleaned up. But so that big mound of dirt back there, that was 3 times the size it is now. And I have been carting it around in order to cover up a lot of the rocks and rubble so that I could put down grass. The whole property was 3 times as bad as what you see here, and I have been working every single day from dawn to dusk to get rid of it and to keep it under control. And back here I have to get on those very quickly here before they get out of hand. And that's the house. It's a small home, so which is one of the reasons why I have my little camper trailer in the back there, so that I can have my little sanctuary area. And all of this grass is from my hard, diligent labor. And that's one of my baby girls back there, relaxing in the grass. So I just wanted you to have an idea of what it is that I have been doing, and it's all in the vein of creating my sanctuary, my external sanctuary, where I can find my peace and my quiet and get away from all of the chaos and commotion that's going on in the world, and that is going to continue to go on and get even worse. So I will be back to talk to you all in a bit. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you in this video, rather than just making it about what I've been doing the last couple of months, is to share with you some of the insights that I've gained over the last couple of months while doing this work. And so One of those things is about the presidential election coming up and everything that's going on and what is going to be happening. So let's see, how do I do this? So let me start with, my understanding is that a lot of people, even those of us who are fairly comfortable with everything that's going on, because we know that this is leading to a change, a significant change for us, for all of humanity, where heaven on earth is what we are creating. So even though there is turmoil and chaos going on, we understand that it's part of the process. So even though so many of us understand that, there are still a lot of us, as well as everybody else, who are wondering who to vote for and what's going to happen with the elections. Are things going to get really bad after the elections? Are they going to get better and go back to normal, etc.? So that's what I want to address in this video, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter who wins the election. Things are going to continue to change. They cannot be stopped. This is all in divine order. What does matter with the election is the extent of the chaos and destruction that could occur depending on who wins the election. And I did receive a message the other day that I'm going to share with you later. I'm going to make another video. I'm going to read it to you, that explains how this shift is going to occur, what is going to happen, so that you will have a better understanding of how our realities are going to separate. But with the presidential elections, I don't want to name people, candidates, in the sense of telling you who to vote for, etc. So I'm not going to put names in there. The thing is that if one person wins, if a certain candidate wins the presidential elections, the dark side is going to get very upset, and they're going to pull out all stops, and they're going to throw everything at us. It doesn't matter what side of the political party spectrum they're on, because the dark side sees them as, whatever things happen, whoever dies, whoever is injured, etc., those people are going to be viewed as casualties of war. So if one certain candidate wins, then the dark side is going to become upset, and they're going to throw everything at us, and things are going to get really bad. But all that means is that this shift between realities is going to happen that much quicker. It's not going to be drawn out. If the other candidate wins, then the dark side will take on a sense of the dark side is going to feel more like they've won, and they're going to not be so quick about how they do things. So things will be more underhanded, and more people will probably be lulled into a sense of false security, and therefore be more easily led astray and succumb to the dark forces. So in a nutshell, the whole presidential election, am I going to vote? Yes, I am. I am going to vote. And I am going to vote for the candidate that is going to really PO the dark side when that person wins. But that's okay. That candidate is working towards the light side of things. And so even though things are going to become quite disruptive. I'm okay with that because of my faith and my belief and the information that I've received. So I will tell you too that I have people in my life, including my boyfriend, who said, I always thought you were just being crazy. I didn't really believe you when you said that this was going to happen during your lifetime. So whenever I wonder whether or not the information I'm getting is correct, I am quickly reminded of those statements like that, and of instances where I had received information and that information had come to fruition. So I trust my guidance, and I'm not asking you to buy it hook, line, and sinker and to get on board with me. You have to find that in your own self. But as far as I'm concerned, I am totally cool with everything that is going on. I don't like it, and I am trying to get people to wake up and to see the writing on the wall, but most people don't want to, and that's okay as well. And you will, when I read you the message that I just received, because I asked specifically how this was going to happen, so I got very specific answers. But when I share that with you, you will have a better understanding as to why I am totally okay with what is happening and what is about to happen, and why I am not concerned about the people who do not wake up, who stay in the illusion. And it's all good. It's all in divine order. So we have to stop looking at it as good versus evil. That is what's happening, but that's not all that's happening. Looking at it simply as good versus evil limits what it is that we can see and understand about this shift that's occurring, about this rise in consciousness that is happening globally. So anyhow, I don't want this to be too long. I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I've been doing to actually physically anchor my sanctuary, my space and place of peace and happiness. And it's coming together. It's still taking some time, but I know that with guidance and help that's all around me, I am going to have it completed in plenty of time before things get really bad. Anyway, so that's it. I have been busy physically anchoring my sanctuary and my space of peace, so that when things get really bad, I will be okay. And I have been managing to do that internally as well, in spite of all of the chaos and illusion that surrounds me every single day. And I do have to work not to get pulled into things emotionally, because that's what the dark side is doing. The dark side is targeting our emotions, trying to pull us into the chaos and the confusion and keep us in the illusion by targeting our emotions. So when you start to feel emotionally engaged, take a step back and reconsider what it is that you are emotionally engaged with, and try to understand why it is happening. Okay? All right. Love you all very, very much. Many blessings.